Invite a Budget Blinds style consultant to show you how to transform your rooms just by changing your window coverings. Canada's #1 choice for window coverings. Visit budgetblinds.ca today.
Welcome back. Canadian musician Burton Cummings performed for the first time in Lloydminster on Wednesday night. The Rockers' opening act was musician Alfie Zappacosta, who had a string of hits during the 80s. Stacey Comer had a chance to catch up with him and find out what he's been up to.
This was Alfie Zappacosta in the 80s. And this is Zappacosta today. He is currently working on a CD, DVD, and documentary while also touring. Zappacosta says he has reworked some new and old songs.
Taking songs that people haven't heard. I'd be silly not to add the ones that you have heard. So there are a combination of songs from the day, and what they'll consider new songs that are just songs they haven't heard because they were never sort of single issues.
Zappacosta's song Overload was chosen for the Dirty Dancing soundtrack, one of the best-selling soundtracks of its time.
It took me out of still renting a little apartment and living in cockroach-infested apartment somewhere down Toronto with a newborn, to all of a sudden being put in a situation where one could live, get off the bus, so to speak, and try to hone in with monetarily what I've been able to give you, so you could start moving towards a more definite direction.
He says people still associate some strong memories with his music.
I get to hear a lot of that, the input of what they're remembered and where they were at that time when that record came out specifically, and they want to thank you very much. I met my girlfriend, or romantically what it meant and stuff. And I'm going, well, that's wonderful. Thank you very much. The songs themselves, they stand up. And it made me legitimate. If I could actually sit there and entertain you for a couple hours just with a guitar, then I guess I did what I was supposed to set out to do.
Stacey Comer, Newcap News.
Like many Border City parents already know, probably, parenting doesn't come with a training manual, but there are resources along the way. Parents of the Border City got together thanks to Midwest Family Connections to learn about fostering a positive relationship with their children through the power of play. Katie Hudson has more.
And warmth and connection.
These are 3 important elements of a parent's relationship with their kids, according to Lawrence Cohen, child psychologist.
Play therapy is a way to help children express themselves and show themselves in their natural language, which is the language of play.
Cohen says through playing with your children, it increases their self-esteem.
Children's self-esteem comes from being loved and cherished and having all of themselves seen and welcomed.
We really want to empower parents to know that it's not flashcards, programs, and schedules that really give our children the best start. It's their relationship with their child.
Cohen also talks about discipline, which he says isn't as effective as one may think. It's about finding out why a child is acting out, a challenge many parents face each day.
I think just understanding the mindset of small children, sometimes it's very challenging because they don't convey their thoughts very well. They don't speak really well, and so you have troubles understanding why they're upset.
Usually we focus on the behavior, and it's, oh, my child is doing something bad, I have to stop them. And yeah, you might have to stop them from what they're doing, but the more important thing is, what are they feeling underneath? What do they need?
Finally, Cohen says most bad behaviors stem from a child feeling disconnected from their parent. Not always an easy feat in a technology-filled era.
Human beings are designed to have 95% of our relationship, of our interaction, to be nonverbal. And so we read body language, and we read emotional language, and we read tone of voice. And when you send a text, there's no body language, there's no tone of voice, and emoji is not quite the same.
Katie Hudson, Newcap News.
Well, like you saw earlier in the show, there may be snow in the forecast for the weekend, but there are still many events to take in. Heather Klagus is here to let us know what's planned in this week's edition of What's Happening.
Tomorrow afternoon, you have a chance to head out to Wainwright and see what the youth theater group has been working on for a while now, the play Alice in Wonderland. Alice, the Mad Hatter, the Queen of Hearts, so many more of your favorite characters will be on stage tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock. So if you want to check it out, make sure you head to Wainwright to see a great production of Alice in Wonderland. Tomorrow night, get your dancing shoes on and head to Lashburn for their Spring Family Dance at the Lashburn Community Hall. It's a fundraiser for the hall as well, so you head out, you pay your admission, you have a great night, and you help support the local hall. And there's going to be some great live music. Country Swing will be performing. You'll be able to dance the entire night away, and it is a family dance, so take the whole family, take the kids, and have some fun in Lashburn tomorrow night. Things start at 7:30. We've been lucky enough to soak up some beautiful sunshine this week, and we're dreaming a little bit of summer with a former Beach Boy, Brian Wilson. He's got a brand new album out called No Peer Pressure, and we want you to win a copy of the deluxe edition. It includes a couple bonus tracks and even teams up with some big names on this album, including country singer Casey Musgraves. If you want a copy, it's really easy. Just email your name and daytime phone number to tvcontests@newcap.ca. And we want to say thanks to John at Universal Music Canada for setting us up with the new music. If you've been craving some lobster, you're not going to find any here in the water at Bud Miller Park. Believe me, we looked. But if you want lobster, Lobster Fest is for you next Saturday night, May the 2nd. It's a fundraiser for the Rotary Club, and they do still have tickets available. So if you want to enjoy some delicious lobster, get in touch with any Rotary Club member or stop by Midwest Communications for your tickets. Well, whatever you choose to do this weekend, I hope you have a great one. I'm Heather Klegus, and that's what's happening.